friends, welcome back. Today, I want to share something really personal with you because I know how frustrating it can be to spend hours learning vocabulary only to forget it the very next day. I've been there. In fact, let me take you back to the very beginning of my English learning journey. I remember sitting at my desk late at night with a cup of tea, writing down new words from my textbook. I felt motivated. I thought, yes, this is it. I'm finally learning. But then the next morning, nothing. I looked at my list and thought, wait, what was this word again? It was like my brain had pressed the delete button while I was sleeping. I felt defeated. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. Instead, I turned this frustration into an experiment. For years, I tried different ways to keep vocabulary in my memory. And today, I want to share everything that worked so you don't waste time like I did. Step 1. Learn in context. My aha moment. I'll never forget the day I discovered the power of learning in context. I had been memorizing words like this. Journey. That's it. No sentence, no story, no example. But one day, I read a short story in English about a girl named Sarah who took a journey through the mountains. I imagined Sarah packing her bag, walking through the forest, watching the sunrise. Suddenly, journey wasn't just a word, it was an experience. That night, I told myself a story using the word. I want to take a journey like Sarah someday. The next day, the word was still fresh in my mind. That was my first breakthrough. So now, whenever I learn a word, I make it part of my life. I say it out loud. I use it in a sentence. I imagine a little movie in my head. Try it right now. Think of the word opportunity. Now, imagine someone knocking on your door with a big smile saying, "Hey, I have a great opportunity for you." Picture yourself opening the door, feeling excited. See, the word is no longer boring, it's alive. Step 2. Spaced repetition, the secret to long-term memory. I used to think I had to review everything in one day. I would sit for hours trying to force the words into my brain. But then, I discovered spaced repetition, and it changed everything. Here's how I do it. I review my new words 10 minutes after learning them. Then, 1 day later, then 3 days later, then a week later, then a month later. Every time I review, the memory gets stronger. Like adding another layer of paint on a wall. I even turned it into a little routine. Every morning, I make coffee, sit on my balcony, and review yesterday's words for just 10 minutes. It's peaceful, almost like meditation. And it works, because the next time I need those words, they come to me naturally. Off. There! Here's something powerful. Instead of just reading your list, test yourself. I cover the meaning, look at the word, and try to remember it. If I can't, I don't panic. I just flip the card, repeat it out loud, and try again later. Scientists say this process, called active recall, makes your memory stronger because your brain has to work harder. It's like lifting weights for your mind. Step 4. Use the words immediately. When I first started teaching English, I told my students to write 3 sentences with every new word. Some of them rolled their eyes, but later they thanked me because they noticed they could actually use the words in conversation. Let me give you an example. Let's say today you learned the word frustrated. Write these sentences. I felt frustrated when I lost my keys. She was frustrated with the slow internet. Don't get frustrated. You're doing great. Then try to use frustrated in real life. Say it to a friend. Write it in the comments online. The more you use it, the deeper it stays in your memory. Step 5. Make learning fun. This one is huge. If learning feels like punishment, your brain will resist. So I turned it into a game. I used to put sticky notes with words all over my room, on the mirror, on my fridge, even on my pillow. Every time I saw one, I said it out loud. Sometimes I drew silly pictures next to the word. For ridiculous, I drew a cat wearing sunglasses and dancing. Now, every time I hear ridiculous, I still laugh and think about that cat. Step 6. Sleep well, your brain's secret weapon. Did you know that your brain organizes memories while you sleep? When I learned this, I stopped staying up all night trying to memorize words. Instead, I studied during the day, went to bed early, and let my brain do its job. And you know what? I remembered more the next morning and when I stayed awake cramming. Step 7. Keep a word bank. I have one special notebook just for vocabulary. It's not just a list, it's my personal story of learning. Sometimes, when I feel discouraged, I open it and see how far I've come. And here's a tip. Every few weeks, review your word bank and cross out words you know really well. This gives you a feeling of progress and keeps you motivated. That's it. Keep a word bank. Motivation, the long game. Learning vocabulary is not about being perfect today. It's about being consistent for months and years. I still remember the day I realized this. I was feeling tired and thought, I'll skip today. But then I told myself, 5 minutes is better than nothing. So I sat down, reviewed just 5 words, and went on with my day. The next morning, I was glad I didn't break the chain. Small steps add up. Think about it. 5 words a day means more than 1,800 words a year. That's enough to change your life. Your turn now. I want to challenge you. Today, pick 5 new words and try to use them in your day, in a sentence, in a text, or even just in your thoughts. Then come back here and tell me in the comments, which word was your favorite? And of course, if you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button because we're on this language journey together.